So today is a very important session, very, very important session. So today we are going to have a look only at picking stocks to trade and analyzing levels for the next day. That is, we are going to pick stocks to trade for the next day after the market closes today. That is, this is the preparation that we need to do to prepare for the next day. Okay. So like I give you levels, that is, I provide you watch list based on this only. Okay. So remember this things to do. First thing, never ever trade against the market while trading. Second thing, if the like every day we have to prepare a watch list of at least four stocks. That is like if the market is positive, we are going to add two stocks to the watch list to go for a long position. And we are going to add two stocks to the watch list to go for a short position. Okay, and so and we are going to trade in trending markets. That is when the market overall market is above either 0.2 to 0.3 percentage, it is considered bullish trending, and when it is below negative zero point 0.2 or below negative zero point 0.3, we consider it as a bearish market. Okay, so you need to prepare a watch list the day before itself, like marking the levels, support and resistance levels basically, and identify which all stocks that you're going to trade, like which all stocks you want to trade on. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, so today we are going to see an example how to prepare watch list for the next day. Okay, so Adani ports and seal is always most of the time is there in my watch list. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is that we are going to look at the 15-minute candles, not the 1-minute candles, 15-minute candles while preparing the watch list. Okay, and after entering the trade, you can switch to the 1-minute candles, no issues. Okay, so first of all, I'll send you a list of stocks so you can analyze levels of those stocks and send me the reports. Okay, so I'm taking Adani ports, switch to the 15-minute candles. Then this like all these things, you're familiar with this green line super trend moving average crossover strategy, and this pink line you see over here is the exponential moving average, 100-day exponential moving average. So this is the thing you need to add additional. Okay, moving average period is 100, field is closed, type is simple, sorry, type should be exponential moving average. Okay, add. Okay, so this pink line you see over here is the exponential moving average. This pink line. Okay, so then if you see over here, our super trend indicators are giving us a buy signal. Our super trend indicators are giving a buy signal. The crossover has happened. That is, the red line is above the blue line. That is also a buy signal. We are using the 15-minute charts, don't forget that. So 3 out of 3 indicators are giving us a buy signal. Okay, 3 out of 3 signals are giving us a buy signal for Adani ports. And the next thing to look over here is if the price is above the moving average, 100-day moving average. Okay, 100 period moving average. So if you look over here, the pink line, the closing price is actually above the pink line. Okay, that is, the stock has closed above the pink line. Okay, so that once again signifies it's an uptrend. Now we are going to look at the 1-day chart. Okay, so if you look over here, if you're looking at the 1-day charts, what you observe is that during the period of like last 1 week, 3, 4, 5, 6, like last 1 week, the price has been continuously moving upwards. See, the price has been continuously moving upwards. This is the last day, that is the chart of 28th. Okay, this is the chart of 28th, and once again it is a bullish candle. That is, it is moving upwards as a bullish candle on the last day. The prices above the 100-day moving average. Don't look at the indicators for this period of the one-day chart. Indicators, just look for the 15 minutes. So now what we observe over here is that 3 out of 3 indicators were giving us a buy signal in the 15 minutes chart. The price is above the 100-day 100 period moving average. Okay, and the stock has been in a continuous uptrend for like the last 4 5 days. Okay, so make sure that the stock has been in a continuous trend for at least like last 2 days, like at least for like 1 2 days, last 1 2 days the stock has been continuing the trend. And yeah, Adani Ports has been in a continuous uptrend for like last 2 days, more than 2 days. Okay, so this stock we are going to add to our watch list. The reason is that in the 15 minutes chart, the stock has closed above the 100-day moving average, 100 period moving average. All the indicators are giving a buy signal for the 15 minutes chart. Okay, and it has been in a continuous uptrend for like last 4 5 days. It is enough if the stock has been in an uptrend for at least 1 2 days. That is more than enough. Okay, now we are going to zoom out to find out the levels. Okay, so if you see over here, if you see carefully, what you see is that if you look carefully, what you understand is that this region of 413. Okay, see this level 413. Okay, this 413 level has been an important resistance. Okay, if you look below, this region was also a resistance region. The 406 level was also a resistance. But however, the price is currently trading near to 413 resistance region. Okay, this was an old resistance also. Like during the day of 20th, there was a resistance at the 413 level, and hence we mark 413 as a resistance level for the next day. Understand? Okay, so 413 is a resistance region, and we found that 3 out of 3 indicators are giving us a buy signal. And if you look at the what do you say? If you look at the 1-day chart, the stock has closed bullish, and hence we add Adani Ports to our watch list. Now, for tomorrow, we are going to observe if the price is going to break above 413. We are going to go for a buy position. Okay, if the price is going to breach 413 level, we are going to go for a buy position because we feel that 413 is a support region. Sorry, it's a resistance level. Okay, so there are two possibilities. Here the 413 level gets broken and the price moves up, touches here and comes down, because we see there is a resistance at 417 level, or else it will break above this resistance level as well and it will move up. So you can use a trailing stop loss in that case. So once again, 413 level was taken because it was having a resistance at this level. Okay, so we are going to watch for 413 level on Adani Ports tomorrow, and we are going to trade only in the direction of market. So we are going to go for a long position only if the overall market is positive tomorrow. Okay, so if the overall market is bearish tomorrow, then even if the level is getting breached, we are not going to go for a long position. Okay, so keep that in mind. Understand? Okay, so we got one stock to add to our watch list, that is Adani Ports. And obviously, we are going to look at the volume of Adani Ports tomorrow. The reason is that only if there is a good volume, uh, like our orders are going to get filled easily, and hence making it easier for trade and easier for our targets to be achieved. Okay, Like see, or the advantage is that if you're making a bigger watches, that is if you're if you're analyzing like 100 stocks and marking levels for 100 stocks for the very next day, at least 4 5 of the stocks that you analyze will be there either in the top gainers or top losers. So if they are coming in the top gainers or top losers with very high volume, then it's much more effective and much more accurate for you to trade. Understand? So the more stocks you add to your watch list, the better it is. Okay. So we can add Adani ports to our watch list for tomorrow. Okay. 413 is the level that we are going to observe. So if it is being breached, we are going to go for a buy position. Okay. And like you'll be having this dot, like at times what happens is that if the market is bullish, if the pre-open market itself is very much bullish, there can be a gap of opening. That is, it closed at 410, but it is going to open at maybe 413 or 414. In that case, the best thing to do is not to trade on the stock. If there is a gap of opening on this particular stock, that is already the level got breached by the gap up, then it's better not to trade. Okay, because it's risky, because we really don't know. Because whenever there's a gap up, it's usually accompanied by a market correction. The price can come down. Okay, so that's the very reason about that. Okay, now Adani post we can add to the watch list to go for a bullish position tomorrow. Now let's see about seal. Seal is the other way around. I'll show you. Okay, so this is the 15 minutes chart of seal. So what you observe over here is we are getting the red line has crossed below the blue line, that is a sell signal, and one super trend indicator is giving sell signal, and one super trend indicator is giving buy signal. And coming to the moving 100 period moving average, the pink line is above the current price, that is we are getting a sell signal from the moving average. So in this case, only one super trend indicator is giving a buy signal, whereas all other indicators are giving a sell signal. Okay, in the 15 minutes chart. And now we are going to look at the daily candle. So we are going to see if the stock closed negative on that particular day. That's why we are looking at the daily candle. So if the stock is red, that means it closed negative. Okay, so if you see over here, the stock is red, the last candle. Okay, so the last day's candle is red. Okay, the last day's candle is red. That means the stock, the closing price is lower than the opening price on that particular day. Okay, you see the stock is red. Now if you see, if you look at the 1 day candle and if you look at the overall trend of the last 2 3 days, what you observe is that there is no particular trend that is like it is like something like a consolidation is moving up and down. However, the overall trend is downwards. For seal, the overall trend is downwards. That is, from the month of May, the price has been dropping. Okay, so the price is dropping from the month of May. Okay, and if you see the uh, 2 days, the price was up. Okay, but then last day it closed negative. Now we are going to go back to the 15-minute chart. So it's coming under our bearish selection strategy. Okay, if you look at the overall trend with the 15 minutes chart, okay, you're looking at the 15 minutes chart, what you see is the last day the stock was in a bearish trend. See, you see the stock was moving in a bearish trend, right? Stock has been in a bearish trend. Now we're going to mark some levels. Okay, actually, this was a level. Multiple times the price rejected from this level 338, but that level is already, that was a support level. That level is already broken. So now we are going to look at the next support level. So what we find is that this seems to be a good level. That is this level of 335.7. Okay, so this 335.7 seems to be a good level. The reason is that there has been two times like bouncing back from this particular level, as well as if you look over a broader time frame, like over here very small candles were formed. There was a breakout from this region. Okay, there was a breakout from this region, so hence I can assume that I can speculate that this is a good support level. Okay, even this 336.49 is also a good level, because sorry, that's not a good level, sorry, it's not so good, but you can see twice from here on 315 and 3 and next day 10:30 the price has moved up from this level. Okay, so a more suitable level to trade is 335. 335 is a more suitable level. 335.7 is a more suitable level to go for to consider as a support level. So now we know that our indicators are giving a sell signal already with the 15 minutes chart. The last day the stock closed bearish, and the overall trend is also a bit bearish for seal. If you look at the daily charts, the price has been moving down. Now we are going to go for an OCO order with our trigger a bit below 335.7, maybe a 335.6 or something. We are going to go for a sell position with trigger at 335.6. Okay, and once again we can go for a target. The target, like the next support happens somewhere over here. So if that level breaches, there is a high tendency that the price moves down till here at least. Okay, that is, if that level breaches, if the 335.7 level gets breached, support level gets breached, there can be a downward move maybe up till 327, 328 tomorrow. So you can keep a trailing stop loss. Like you can use a risk. You can calculate your risk either by looking at the super trend indicators, or you can keep a fixed risk of 0.05 percentage, sorry, of 0.5 percentage of the stock's price, or by looking at the super trend indicator sell signal. Okay, so once this level gets breached, you can go for a short position. Once the support level is breached, you can go for a short position, but make sure that the overall market is negative tomorrow. If you are going for a short sell position, never ever trade against the market. And one more thing to important thing to do is, like, you can actually trade during the first 15-20 minutes using the strategy. If you're confident enough, you can actually analyze for maybe 2-3 days using the strategy. After that, once you are confident enough, you can trade during the first 15 minutes of the market. Once the market opens itself, you can trade, but make sure that you don't enter if there is a huge gap down. Like, suppose the market is negative tomorrow, and there is a huge gap down, that is the stock already opens at maybe 334. So our level is at 335.8, but then it opens at 335. That is already the level got breached by in the pre-open market due to gap down opening. So in those cases, don't trade in the stock. The reason is that it's very risky. Don't trade whenever there is a gap down, because it is often accompanied by a market correction. Okay, and one more thing to do is that, like, once you enter the trade using, you can enter the trade using the 15-minute candles. Okay, you can mark the levels. You can mark the levels and watch using the 15-minute candles, or like after marking the levels, like right now I know the levels. Okay, that is, I know that I'm going to go for a short position if the overall market is negative and the price comes below 335.7. If I know that, now I can switch back to the 1-minute candles. So tomorrow as well, while entering the trade, you can either enter by marking levels in 15 minutes, okay, or else best thing to do. What I personally do is I enter the trade using 15-minute candles, but once I enter the trade, I switch to 1-minute candles so that I can watch closely what is happening each minute. And if I feel there is a chance of a reversal that my stop loss is going to be hit, I can exit the trade beforehand. Okay. So this strategy is usually having like an accuracy of 80% when I personally use. Okay. So this is how you can actually pick stocks to trade. Okay. For support and resistance strategy. Okay. This is a very important strategy. The more you analyze, the better. So the more stocks you have in your watch list, if you have like 100 stocks in your watch list, and if you have analyzed like 100 stocks or 50 stocks the night before the market opening, then at least 4 or 5 stocks you'll get that is there in the top gainers or top losers in the first 2-3 minutes after the market opens. Hence, you can actually pick, because like right now we saw two examples, one for buying and one for selling. Now, if we have like 10 stocks for buying and 10 stocks for selling, at least like 2-3 will be there in the top gainers, top losers in the pre-open market, as well as even after the market opens. Or else there'll be all these things will be there, or else there'll be some stock that is there in the news. So you can improve your accuracy. Like if there is a negative news, suppose seed is having a bearish trend, and if say it is having a negative trend for tomorrow, then I can be more sure that it is going to go down. Hence, increasing my accuracy. Okay, winning percentage. So that is how you pick stocks to trade. So the more stocks you add to your watch list. Okay, one more thing, doesn't need you need not add like 100 stocks to your watch list. Okay, but make sure the stocks that you are adding to your watch list you're analyzing beforehand. Okay, so just don't randomly add from here and there. Okay, observe the levels carefully and add to the watch list. Understand? So today I have given you two stocks. That is, one is Adani Ports and one is Seal. Okay, one more thing to keep in mind, uh, uh, pick at least two stocks for bearish and two stocks for bullish. Okay, so if you have like 3,000 rupees, 1,500 perform a trade in one stock, the rest 1,500 perform the trade in the next stock. Don't invest all the money for the same stock. Understand? That is one more way to reduce your risk. Okay, so that's it. I'll send you one list of stocks to watch out for daily. Okay, so create an Excel file. Create an Excel file or write it down somewhere in a paper. Like mark the levels. Maintain a book. Okay, maintain a book of levels. Okay, so mark. So that's why I told you first is that the support and resistance levels are very much important. So when you're marking this support levels, one more thing to keep in mind is that first thing, this should be below the exponential moving average for uh, for short position, 100 period exponential moving average, and above 100 period exponential moving average for long position. One more thing is that this is a support level, right? Make sure that there is no support level very much close. That is, a problem is that like if there is one more support level very much close to this level, let us, so here the support level is here, right? Next support level is at 327. Okay, 327. So there is enough space for a good move. That is, the stock can actually fall down by like nearly three or nearly like 6 rupees. There is a place for the stock to move downwards. Now the problem is that if the support level was very much close, okay, let us assume that the support level is at 332 itself. Now the problem is that the stock has a place to move only by 3 rupees. So hence that means you can't get good profit. So make sure that the next, like if the support level is being broken, make sure that the next support level is like a little bit far away so that you can make good profits. So in these kinds of trades is that like you are able to return like 50%, 60% profits, all this thing when the support level is far. That is, the stock should have sufficient place to move. Okay, and never trade against the market. Look at the volume as well before trading. Okay, if the stocks that you picked, if you the stocks that you analyzed and put to your watch list are there in the top gainers, top losers, that means the move is going to be very strong. Volume is high. Then you should be like really lucky. Okay, or else you should analyze a lot of stocks. then definitely at least two, three will be there in top gainers, top losers. If you're picking only like four stocks, two bullish and two bearish, you should be really lucky that at least one or two should be there in the top gainers, two top losers is okay. So that's it for today. I hope you got the concept. Okay. Now this is how to pick stocks or trade. This is what I personally do. Okay. Thank you.